welcome back to the channel and thank you for joining me. If you're joining me on the replay, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Christy and I'm going to do a reading for you guys today and hopefully get some answers to whatever questions you might have. I do get a list up after the general reading and I do free Q&A. You are welcome though, if you want to send me a donation. And if you do that today, I prefer that you send it to my PayPal or my Cash App. Then I can try to put that in the description. It's in the description box already, but let me see if I can put a link. Yeah. I could definitely use it today for sure. I was down beside my bed praying again, like I was last week. And that same guy came up again. He came walking up because he was at my neighbor's house doing some work again. And he came walking up. Hey, Pearl, what's up, girl? I was just telling you that last week I was down beside my bed praying for God to intervene. I was desperate for help. And that guy came up and cut my grass. And then he bought my truck. Well, he still got to pay me for it because I got to get a title for him. And I was down beside my bed praying again today. And he came walking up. When I got up from praying, I walked through my house and I saw somebody walking through my yard. I was like, who is that? And it was that same guy. I haven't started my new job yet. I'm still doing my paperwork. There's a lot of paperwork involved when you work in these kinds of jobs because it's healthcare and they have to check your background. They have to make sure you've never been on the healthcare registry for negligence or anything like that. None of that's ever been a problem for me. And then sometimes they make you take a drug test. I don't know if that's going to be a part of this process. I don't know. They haven't told me yet. But I emailed the lady right before I started the video, and I asked her to please tell me when to report to work so that I could go ahead and get to meet my employer because I told her that my phone may not be working tomorrow. So hopefully they'll go ahead and push my stuff on through and we can go ahead and I doubt that I'll have to do a drug test, and everything else that they've ever asked me for on any job I sent her copies of it just in case she needed it. So I should be good to go this afternoon because the background check literally takes 5 minutes. And it's a worldwide, nationwide background check, and it checks the healthcare registries and all that stuff. And they told me that on my last job, and they used the same place, like 5 to 10 minutes, and it's done. And they sent me a copy of it last time, and I saw what was on it, and there was nothing bad on it. So I don't see it being a problem. The drug test is not a problem. I don't do drugs, so I'm not worried about that. I'm just kind of waiting to see when my start date will be. It could be next Monday. I might get to be off this whole next week. And that guy, when he came over here, I asked him, did he know when he might have some money for me? And he said, because I told him, I said, they're going to cut my phone off tomorrow. And he asked me, he said, how much do you owe? And he said he already knew because he was here when I was talking about it last week. And he said, I'm going to see if I can get that up for you today. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm not counting on it. I never count on anybody else. If they come through, wonderful. If not, okay. Keep your expectations low and your faith high. And then Spirit can work within those parameters somewhere. Spirit don't need to use him. Spirit can do it without him. You know what I'm saying? I've seen my house went into foreclosure and I had the money within like 2 weeks. I had the money and it wasn't even due until June. And I went ahead and paid. I don't owe a payment on this house until June the 10th. So I got time to make me a paycheck before this house payment is due again. And everything's paid up right now except a couple things, and the phone bill is one of them. But that's not something you have to have. You can live without a phone. Believe it or not. We don't think you can, but you actually can. And I remember a time in my life when I had to. I didn't have a phone. I didn't have a cell phone. And I can do that again. It wouldn't bother me a bit. It wouldn't bother. I would miss you guys because I love doing the videos, but it wouldn't bother me. All right, so I was gonna try to put the link to my PayPal or my Cash App in the comment section, but I'm not gonna do that because if you want to leave a donation, just tell me and I'll communicate to you through email. My email is in there. You can get up with me by email, and I'll be happy to email you back and tell you how to do it. I'll send you the link. That way everybody doesn't have it. Good morning, sweetheart. How you doing? Okay, so let's get started. The song that came through for this reading was rather unusual. Do I like younger guys? I love younger guys. I don't typically date real young guys, and I don't do hookups. And the reason is because I'm a 53-year-old woman. And if I dated a 20-year-old or a 25-year-old or even a 35-year-old, that's 20 years. And that might not make a whole lot of difference right now. But in 10 years, you're going to start seeing a difference. Because I'm going to be a senior citizen and you're just going to be hitting middle age. And so I'm not going to put myself in a situation to be with somebody that's like 20 years younger than me. 8, 6, something like that, 6 years younger, 8 years younger even, I would probably consider, or older, if they were 8, 6 years older. But anything, I've been there, done that, and I don't want to have to go through it again, and I don't want to put anybody else through it. That's my only reason. So I hope that makes sense. Antoinette, welcome, sweetheart. Welcome, everybody. Fresh and forever. Yeah, I hear you. I will, Pearl. I'm going to start it real soon. Real soon. Okay, so the title to the video is I don't know how to love anyone but you. And I don't know. I'm going to tell you my feelings about that. I feel like Spirit is saying, wake up. But we'll see. Because if you get hung up on one person and that person won't love you back, you're in a mess. And I don't think it's healthy to put yourself in that kind of position. You know, I know that people get these spiritual connections and they feel like that's the only thing in the world at the moment because they feel like they can't live without that person. But the truth is that yes, you can. Yes, you can live without that person. And eventually, once that obsession stops gripping you, because you get obsessed with that person, and it's not something you have control over. It's part of the process that you have to go through when you meet somebody you have a really high level connection with. It's just part of it. It's all part of it. And you will eventually get past all of that, I promise you, and you'll be at the point where I'm at, where you'll be like, I will take the next candidate that comes my way that's worth a shit. But let me tell you how the music goes right quick. I don't know. I don't know how to love anyone but you. Yeah, here it is right here. I think. No, that's not it. That's it, but I got to have the ethereal or something. Let me look in my library. How do I love? I don't know how to love anyone but you. Here, I think it's this one. No. Well, how do I know if I can't see it? All right, let me go back and look. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought I had memorized the title of that song, but it's been a while since I got it. It was earlier this morning when I got the song. Why isn't it letting me see my YouTube? Where is my YouTube? Get me out of this person's reading. For one thing, I was trying to listen to another reader earlier, and I couldn't even listen to it. I was like, what is she even talking about? Only know how to love you. I think that's how it goes. Let's see if that works. Only know how to love you. There it is, right there. There we go. Okay. It looks like this, and it's in the description box if you want to look at it later or listen to it later. It's a pretty song. It goes like this. I've tried to teach my heart to change, to walk away, to break the chain. But every step just leads me back to the place where your shadow's at. I tell myself I should move on, erase the night, forget the song. But every time I close my eyes, it's your face I can't disguise. Maybe I was made for pain, maybe love is just your name. I only know how to love you, even when it tears me in two. Every breath, every fight, every truth leads me back to the ghost of you. I don't know how to let go, even if it's what I should do. The only thing my heart holds true is I only know how to love you. I've carried silence through the years, turned every doubt into a prayer. But even if in the quiet night your memory still burns like firelight, I've tried to write you out of me, but love's not something I can cheat. It's carved so deep beneath my skin. It's a war I'll never win. Maybe I was born this way to chase a love that won't stay. I only know how to love you, even when it tears me in two. Even every breath, every fight, every truth leads me back to the ghost of you. I don't know how to let go, even if it's what I should do. The only thing my heart holds true is I only know how to love you. If I could unlearn your name, I would. If I could stop this ache, I should. But the only language my soul speaks is the love written into me. And that can happen. It can. I only know how to love you, even when it tears me in two. Every breath, every fight, every truth leads me back to the ghost of you. I don't know how to let go, even if it's what I should do. The only thing my heart holds true is I only know how to love you. I only know how to love you. I only know how to love you. And I can say that when I married my second husband, I would still almost slip up and call him my first husband's name. My first husband and I met when I was 13 years old. And we got married when we were in our early 20s. And we were married for 7 years. So we were together about 14 years. And he was like everything to me. I didn't think I would ever learn to love somebody else, but later after we were married, and I love him now. And I don't know if I would be able to forget him to have another man or not. It's hard to say. I'd have to meet one that cared about me enough to try. You know what I mean? But it can happen, and it can happen like it can be pretty miserable actually when you want to love somebody else, but your heart always comes back to this person. So I want to try to see what Spirit has to say about this, because I'm gonna take my thoughts and opinions out of the equation and ask Spirit to move me out of the way and to speak through me to all of us and let us know what we need to know about when we're in a situation like this where our heart keeps going back to this person. Because the guy that was walking up here a while ago, the one that, this is the second time he showed up in my yard when I don't get down beside my bed and pray every day. I only do it when I'm in a real desperate situation. Otherwise, I pray whatever I'm doing. I'm standing, I'm working, whatever, I'll be praying. But when I get down beside my bed, I'm serious about something. And the second time I've done it in the last 2 weeks, this same guy has walked up to my house. And it's weird. And I'm like, I told him today, I said, you got some kind of calling on your life or something. Or either you're just somehow connected to me. Like God is using you to help me. I don't know which. But I got a lot of work I need done around here, so I need you to pay me and stick around. Even if it takes you longer than you thought it was going to take you to pay me, don't just run off. And he said he was coming back, so, he will be back. He will be back. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started, but I do need something to drink, so I'm probably going to take a break in a few minutes to get me something in my throat. I thought I brought something with me. Cosmo's in heat. And I tried to let out and he and every. How are you working in this collective when it comes to I own? Alright, we got joy, obedience, and gratitude. With honesty. Honesty plays a factor here. I guess you're just being real with yourself. And lack of compassion. This person might not show you any compassion. And lack of peace. So this would be hard to get peace with. But I don't understand why you're doing what you're told. Someone's in authority over you. You could be on probation, parole, or something. Somebody has authority. This could be your job. It could be your boss. It could, you could be somebody at work. You might work for this person. I don't know why obedience is here. Maybe it's just you doing what God is telling you to do. Maybe you feel like loving this person is what God wants you to do. And that may be the case if that's, what God's doing. That's what God's doing. That's why I asked God to move me out of the way here. But, having trouble finding peace in this situation. Let's see what rocks come out. I'm just curious to know what might come out today with the rocks. May I have rocks, please, Spirit? Oh, okay. I was trying to grab a whole bunch, but they fell out of my hand, and I'm not going to force anything. All right, we have faith. Your faith is a factor here. Your kindness is a factor here. Hope is a factor here. And freedom is a factor here. Maybe this person is with someone else, and that's why you can't be in a relationship with them, because they're with someone else. Maybe they're having to be obedient to the vows they made to someone else. Or this could be their parents. I don't know what obedience means. I'm not sure. Sure, why is obedience here? The Empress came out. This could be your wife. You could be married to this person. And then we have the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So obedience is about the Empress. Why is the Empress about obedience? Because of her happiness and not overthinking, just going with the flow kind of feel. The Two of Swords in reverse. You don't want to get caught in, you don't want to get stuck in your head. Somehow somebody has told you, maybe your mother or your grandmother said, if you want to be happy, don't get stuck in your head. And don't make foolish decisions. Someone could have told you that, and you've lived by that over your lifetime. I don't know. That's all I can figure. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on the reading. How do you want to proceed today, Spirit? We're going to start out with angel cards. How are you working in our home lives here? We're learning something at home. Spirit's teaching us something. You might be in school taking online classes, or this could just be the universe is teaching us a lesson. We're learning a lesson. And I did get an email from a guy who sends me emails quite frequently, and he said that I was getting ready to have, like he said, I had been learning a lot of lessons lately, and that this was my final lesson. So maybe that's what this means for me. I don't know what it means for you. Wow, Pearl. I'm sorry to hear that, baby. Thank you, Keith, for subscribing. Thank you so much. I don't know whether to say thank you or screw you. I'm sorry, William. I'm sure you meant that in the kindest way imaginable. I don't have a moderator to help me today. Do you want to help me? Do you know how to do moderation, Pearl? I can turn your moderation rights on if you want to help me. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, Pearl's moderating today, and if you spam, you will be put in timeout, or you can do whatever you feel is appropriate. All right, so we're learning something at home. Thank you for being here, Pearl, and for being willing to help me, and for everything you've done for me lately, but also for being here to hear from Spirit and knowing that that's what's going on here, because that's truly what's going on here. All right, what's going on in our work life? Because I'm kind of curious to know myself. Oh, Spirit's working on that soulmate. And that's what the song indicated. All right, and surprises. You're going to have dreams. I had some crazy dreams the other night myself. I think a lot of us had some dreams the other night. No, we're gonna do Q&A. June. Hey June, what's up, sweetheart? Thank you for being here. Pearl is moderating today, so if you want to be on the list, let her know, and she can write your name down somewhere and keep up with who's first, second, third. Okay, Joseph. Thank you for your like, sweetheart. You can have a question. Let me finish this part right here. And I won't be much longer, okay? I won't take up much of your time today. You had a dream about him again? I understand. And this video is probably for you. That song that I titled it. Make sure you listen to the words of that song, okay? That song's in the description box. But this person, it's like you can't love anyone else. It's like you can't get rid of this person. You can't get them out of your energy so you can even move on. That's right, Pearl. Granny will get you after the collective. Unity and a decision. All right, love life. How are you working in our love life? So Spirit's working on this soulmate right now. For you to have unity. It's like Spirit is working on you to have unity with this person. Maybe y'all aren't getting along. And what's our role here? To be happy. Spirit wants us happy. Our role is to just be happy. And what's the outcome? Woo! Imagination and being comforted. So Spirit is going to help you to be comforted through this time that you're having to go through with this soulmate, or whatever you're going through that you need comfort for. And if it's something serious, I pray for you to have real comfort, God's peace. Somehow your imagination is the outcome, and getting clarity on that. Because I did say at the beginning of the reading that it's not healthy to be this way. And I know sometimes we can't help it because we get in that grip of obsession about another person. But it's really not healthy to be that way, is it? And we even know it when we're going through it, but it's like we don't have any control over ourselves. But for some reason, you're going to have, you're going to be comforted because of your imagination. I don't know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say. I'm waiting for Spirit to show me what's being said here. All right. We're talking about a soulmate. Okay. Show me this person's vibe, Spirit. May I see this soulmate that you're working on? Show me their vibe. It could be a soulmate or any kind of higher level commitment, like a marriage, a twin flame. Y'all believe in those? Some of y'all. Um, Anything like that. But with the obedience card here, I asked what that card was about. And the Empress came out, which would indicate to me that this is somebody that you're either married to or you're going to get married to or you're a divine feminine. Okay, I don't know which. All right, what's the vibe of this soulmate? They feel like they're drowning and daydreaming. And maybe that is how your outcome is going to be comfort for your imagination, because you may have been really imagining what it would be like to be with this person and they're not coming towards you. And that can be heartbreaking and devastating. Blocked and daydreaming. It's like you're daydreaming about this person and they have you blocked. Is Kailash here? Kailash, thank you, baby. Everything is great. Are you going to help me today? Because I could use your help today. We had spammers all over the place. Are you going to help me? Today, and daydreaming. For some reason, daydreaming is really coming out. Pearl offered to help me because I didn't have anybody helping me. Alright, show me the energy of this person. Show me the energy of this soulmate. Spirit's working on a soulmate in our lives. Okay, their energy is that they have a lot of intimacy. They don't get along with their family. They feel like they're running out of time and they're shattered. So this person is broken. They have nightmares and they feel like they've had nothing but failure. And it's like they have no more time with their family. It's like that. They don't have time to be with their family. They're shattered and there's intimacy here. So this could be a husband. Okay? Or it could be any spiritual connection. We're going to get a little bit more. What's being hidden? Oh my God, y'all. It's getting really disturbing. That someone is a psycho and you're wishful thinking. Let me talk to you for a minute, okay? If this person has mental illness and they're daydreaming, or you are wishful thinking, it's like this person is nostalgic about what a psycho this person was. That's what's being kept secret. That could be why you need to get honest. You need to be honest. This person has no compassion. They're a psycho. They're showing up as a psychopath. Look at this person. Secretly, there's a psychopath, and someone is wishful thinking. Spirit saying, you're shattered. You don't have time for your family, but you have time for intimacy. That don't even make sense. Alright, what's being shown? Something ain't right here. Something is not right in this collective. What's being shown? We got to get this right. Spirit, we need to do some work up in here now. That you have harmony and you're exhausted with this affair, this dirty little secret, this sex fix on the down low. So you're wishful thinking that you could have it all with this psycho, but the honest to God truth is that you're showing out to the world that you have harmony, that y'all get along. But the truth is you're exhausted with whatever you're doing, this dirty secret, this sex fix. that you're doing on the download. So maybe you're acting like you're just friends and y'all are having sex. What's going to happen next? This is awful. And if you're having to live with this psychopath, I'm so sorry. That this person is going to have envy and lust. And this is like a volatile combination for a psychopath. This person is going to become dangerous. It's collective, Josephine. Right now we're doing the collective. Kailash is moderating. Do you mind if Kailash takes over moderating, Pearl? And you can just help with spammers. Okay, well, hang out there with me because this is serious business right here. Somebody needs to recharge. Over here, okay, how this happened is you were shattered. You got hurt because somebody never had time for their family, but there was intimacy. So it's like this person was having sex in secret and they were a psychopath who was wishful thinking. And you're pretending like you're at peace with this, that you're happy with this. And what's going to happen next is envy and jealousy. And you need to get recharged. You're not going to go on a vacation, and you're not paranoid. This person could be having you thinking that you're the one that's crazy, but they are crazy. Like, they might be certifiably crazy. And I don't mean crazy in a bad way. I'm saying, like, they might have mental illness, and they might be, like, certifiably mentally ill. I'm seeing this a lot in this collective. It's concerning me. All right, show me more about how this happened. Somebody was getting shared healing and they were securely attached. So you were attached to somebody and the two of you both needed healing or are still going through that process together. There was a battle of egos. You were securely attached to somebody who was full of shit. That's what you were. And they were pretending like this person, I feel, can be very conniving and they can be very tricky and have you thinking that everything's legit and then all of a sudden just flip out on you. Yeah, there's no sexual chemistry here and you were attached to someone you weren't even sexually attracted to. That's terrible. Alright, show me more about how this may have happened, Spirit. That's too many cards. Can I get one or two, please, for how this happened? No, there we go. Your safe space was with someone who wasn't chasing their potential. So this person wasn't even close to living up to their potential. They probably didn't work. They probably didn't do anything by meaning being responsible for themselves. You probably were a safe space for somebody who was irresponsible as hell. And that's what I feel you were. And you were wishful thinking secretly. You knew this person was a psychopath. I think you had dealt with this person for quite a while. And I think you have known for a while that this was wishful thinking. And now you're acting like things are okay. But the truth is you're tired of just being a piece of ass for this person. Because if you don't give them sex, they get jealous and start accusing you of things. You need to get out of this. You might have to sneak out of this. And I feel like you're stuck. You know what I feel like? I feel like you are the one who, like, the lease is in your name and you're paying all the bills and you have allowed this psychopath into your life. And now you don't know how to get rid of them because they'll blow up. They might even hurt you. They might even kill you. And you became a safe space for this person. How sick is that? How sick do you have to be to become a safe space for a psychopath? What's being hidden? No bullshit. I want good, strong answers. That this was a toxic cycle. The two of you shared a purpose in this. So Spirit is saying that secretly this was a toxic cycle that was meant for the two of you to share this time together and then to grow apart. So this was meant to happen. This was your purpose for one another. Does that sound like third party to me? It does to me, yes. Broken home. What's being shown? You're going to have to get out of this by the skin of your teeth. This person uses you in all kinds of weird sexual ways. I see that. Requited love, which means equal reciprocity between love, like they love you the way you love them. There's no love being reciprocated. This love is not reciprocated, and you're tired of just being a sex fix for this person. But you're acting like everything's fine. Solar plexus, big time. What's going to happen next? This is getting scary, to be honest with you. Someone is so jealous that they would burn their own skin if they could burn yours. Resentful, competitive, and discontent. Greed, by any means necessary, and inconsiderate. Does that sound psychopath? Yeah, it does. What's going to happen next? There we go. Somebody is going to be seen because they're no longer going to have family pressure and a battle of egos. So you're going to finally show your family the truth of what's going on in your situation, because you no longer have common interest with this person. You no longer have any reason to keep this person around. Why were you keeping them around in the first place? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Because you kept this person around for a reason. You don't take in a psychopath and be wishful thinking for no reason. Why did you do that? What was it that you thought was so wonderful about this person that you took them in, knowing damn well that they had mental illness, big time, and could hurt you? What was really going through your mind? That's what I want to know. What was really going on here, Spirit? Oh, that's not the right deck. What was really going on here that this person decided to take in this psychopath? They had to make a decision. Why did they have to make a decision? It's like your back was up against the wall. Because somebody wouldn't say they were sorry. And if they would have said they're sorry, would you have made a different decision? Oh. You chose this person. I'm going to tell you right now why you chose this person. Because of jealousy. You were jealous over somebody else. You thought they might get with somebody else. So you chose them. You chose them because of jealousy, and you made a decision to choose them because of jealousy. Because they decided they weren't going to apologize to the other person. So they were like, I'm not sorry about what I did to that bitch. And that made you feel good. Do you see how insecure you are? Or you were when this happened? You would choose a psychopath just because they chose you and decided that they weren't going to apologize for something outrageous they probably did to the other person. What did they do to the other? Oh, Spirit said I got to get the tea deck. What did they do to this other person that they wouldn't apologize for? And I think it may have been you, but what did they do? They were holding a grudge because somebody said, I'm not cleaning this mess up. It's not my mess to clean up. I'm not going to clean this mess up. You made this mess. You clean it up. And they said they were going to hold a grudge forever. I'm never going to get over this. And you need to find out what they're saying about it. If you find out what's being said, what is she saying about this? Call her and ask her what she's got to say. What was the outcome for that person? They were hustling and had the inside scoop, but they weren't into you at all. They weren't even into you. And you were using this person and holding a grudge because they wouldn't clean something up for you. And somebody here had a bad reputation in the past. That you were probably holding that against them too because they had some kind of reputation in the past when yours was probably a current bad reputation. Alright, what was being hidden? I don't know who I'm talking to here. That somebody felt like they did this unintentionally and they never sent you the messages to tell you that. Alright, what's the truth? It went in my bag, so somehow something being in your bag is significant. This was your breaking point. When this person said that they didn't do this on purpose, and you knew damn well they did do it on purpose, that was you. That was when you finally hit your breaking point. They were like, I was gonna tell you I was sorry, but I didn't mean to do it. And you were like, fuck you, I know better. Secretly. Alright, what was being shown? There's a lot going on here, y'all. That somebody was playing the waiting game and they were wanting to date you, but you wanted your freedom. So what's going to happen next, or what did happen next? You felt desperate. Why did you feel so desperate? Because you felt like this person forgot about you and you didn't want to force it. But you were coming up with a strategy. What was your strategy? That you were going to date them online. Okay, and what's been the outcome of that so far? Oh my God. Take it slow. This person was breadcrumbing you and telling you they were helpless, but they weren't. They were being a player. There was gossip, and they were saying, I'm not living a double life. Bullshit! All you do is live double lives. I think you have more than one personality, partner. And this is your divine union. No wonder you're having such a hard time. No wonder. I'd be having a hard time too. What a crock of shit. What a crock of shit. What was the outcome of you saying that you were waiting to date this person? So you wanted your freedom so you could date this person. That's what they were telling you. But secretly they were like, I'm unintentionally not sending messages. And they got to their breaking point with this. They didn't tell you that they were going to date you. This is like what you got in your imagination, is that they were going to do this. But they unintentionally weren't sending you message. They were saying, I didn't do it on purpose. I meant to text you. I just didn't get around to it. I forgot. I was busy. Always an excuse. And you hit your breaking point with this. What happened when you hit your breaking point? That was your family. You chose your family because you didn't want to be haunted. And see, we had here that you didn't have time for your family because of this person. Like, all you did was spend time with this person. You never had time for your family. So now, secretly, you want to have time for your family. So you don't send this person messages. You would tell them, I didn't mean to miss your call. I didn't mean it. Your text never came through. Or I opened it and forgot. I was with my family. But you were waiting to date this person after they had their freedom. And you never did reconcile. It looks like you became desperate and you wanted to forget about this person. But you didn't want to force it. You wanted to forget them, but you didn't want to do it forcefully. No, you were being a coward. Do you hear me? Because with a psychopath, there is only one way to be. You have to have good boundaries. And no means no. And you don't have to be rude, but when you say no, you have to mean it. And when they cross that boundary, you have to pick up the phone and dial 911. And then they have to remove this jackass. Because this person was online dating. They weren't helpless. And they weren't taking it slow, but yes, it seems like they were. They were playing games with you, and they were talking shit about you on top of that. And saying that they weren't living a double life. That this was all in your head. They were saying this was all in your head. And now you feel like you can't move on. What is going to happen here? I know somebody's going to self-please, thank God, and get healing. So it looks like this person is going to finally stop having sex with them, because that's all they do is have sex with them. They don't have any other, it doesn't look like feelings for this person. Show me how this psychopath feels about the person they live with. That's the one that's exhausted. They feel like they're better off, but they're not tired of this. They feel like they're better off living with you, and they're not tired of you. And they're not running. How do you feel about them? Like they're shallow. And you're conflicted about the chase. Why are you conflicted about the chase? Because this person gets high, and they're telling you they're clean. And that they rejected somebody. What's the truth? That they have a spiritual connection that they're not in harmony with right now. They're not friends with. Why are they not friends? I don't know, because this person is very nourishing. They might be friends. They might be lying. Well, how does that spiritual? How do they get along with spiritual connection? Oh, they're being cold right now to the spiritual connection. They're not mirroring each other right now. They're being cold. Why are they being cold? Spirit said, because they have to. They're clashing with you and letting you go. Why are they doing that? They have to. They getting clarity. What are they getting clarity on? That they never talked to you. They never said something to you. And it had something to do with a memory. And why didn't they say something to you? Because they wanted a second chance. And what's the outcome of their second chance? Beauty came out. What else? Chemistry came out. Why are you telling us this? Because they're having deja vu, but they're not longing. It's like they want a second chance because you're beautiful and there's a lot of chemistry. But they are not longing for this because of the karmic lessons. And they would have to get rid of their pride. You're not going to put up with their pride, I don't think. So they're with somebody else, but it looks like they're seriously at a breaking point with that person too. Oh, and I saw the video from last night. And the magician actually came out in the reading and got lost in the stack somewhere. So that deck is a full deck. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying when I don't even know what I'm saying now. I feel like I'm rambling right now. What the hell is going on here with this spiritual connection, Spirit? Show me what's going on with the spiritual connection. Hold on. What's going on with the spiritual connection right now? Again, frozen. Again, it's different deck. Looks like the same card. Different deck. They're frozen and detached. Why? I think you set boundaries with them. Because they're isolating. They're in the hermit mode. I wouldn't be surprised to see the hermit come out today. This person is isolating it in their head. Why? What are they thinking about? Taking action and having the courage to have a new beginning. Jupiter is here. A new beginning how? That's chemistry. Divine timing and chemistry. Show me who they have chemistry and divine timing for. Summer, there will be growth. What are you talking about? Because this person is your twin flame. And right now, they're bound to toxic patterns. They are stuck like Chuck to a toxic situation. And we saw that it was being kept secret. Remember, they were acting like everything was fine. Alright, what's being hidden? That they're dreaming about you. This person is literally dreaming. You remember we saw the dream card come out? You or they or both are dreaming about one another. And there's been a lot of suffering in the past in your relationship. They might be dreaming about how bad they treated you. What's being shown? They're not telling anybody that. They have self-love. So they're acting like they're self-love and they're creative and they have intentions set. They have no desire to do any of that. What's the truth? That their guides are involved with helping them not to be so guarded. So what are they going to do next? They're going to finally see their reflection and projections in the mirror. And what will they see? Oh my God. Y'all, they're going to see a divine masculine who's ready to surrender because they're seeing through illusions. When they look in the mirror, they see a divine masculine who needs to surrender because they're seeing through the illusions. They want out. They're in a dark situation. Will they make it out? Spirit said, oh my God, I am not believing what the hell I am seeing on my table. Spirit said it's fate that you have a union and that this person expressed the truth. They've been lying and telling people it's all in your head, that you're crazy. They might be secretly thinking you're the one that's a psychopath because you believe in this twin flame shit. But we all know that it's real. They know that it's real. Where did he go? Where did I put him? Right here. He's going to surrender and purge. This person could be crying a lot. They're in their head. They're in hermit mode. Let's look at the tarot. What I see here is that it looks like there's about to be some reunions for some twin flames coming. And they're not able to, their fear is a factor, and the lying about wish fulfillment and being open to receive. They're telling people that you're lying and that they don't believe in this. That's why honesty is how spirit is working, and obedience, because this is something that you are kind of like, you have to do this because you said you would, right? If you believe in twin flames, then you believe in soul contracts also. And that's the obedience, is that you promised that you would do this. And this is what would bring this person joy and gratitude. But they have no compassion. And it's causing you to have no peace because you're having to live in this. This is something. What's going on with this karmic situation? And then we're going to pull tarot. What's going on with this karmic situation? There's a new love, and they want to be alone because of a new love. What's being hidden? And they're flying out. They're on different pages. They're not telling anybody they're fighting, but they are. And what's being shown? A twin flame. And what's going to happen next? They're not going to take a leap of faith. Why not? I think this person's going to end up having to kick them out. Okay, because right now, there's no marriage, but a friendship. Alright, what's going to change? Something's going to change here. Obstacles are here, and fate. It's going to be fate that there be obstacles in the relationship they're in with this third party. And trust is a factor. I think they do trust you. Why is the new love here? Ooh, that flipped over. Why is the new love here? Because of integrity. The new love has integrity. What about the third party? Balance came out. Why is balance here for the third party? Because it was strictly sexual. I told you that, right? I told you that. That's all they wanted out of this person was sex. They used them for sex. There was never any feelings involved here. They may have loved them at one time in the past, but they haven't for a very long time. Or at least they may have thought they did. And they're going to stop playing so hard. So they may even cut the sex out. But what's being shown is a twin flame. And it's fate that there be obstacles because they're seeing you. That you might not think they see you, but they are seeing you somehow. I don't know how. Alright, how is the universe working? Before we do that, let's just find out what the gossip is. Because remember it said they were talking about you. What are they saying about the collective? That somebody's carless and they're going to have bad karma. Because they were interested in something. What were they interested in? Dodging bullets. Blocking. So you were blocking negativity and escaping crazy people and protecting yourself from haters. And they are interested in having somebody be carless because of bad karma. So somebody's saying that they're carless because of bad karma and being karmic friends. That's what they're saying about you. I don't know what that means to you. Take it however you need to take it. But that's what Spirit said that the gossip was about when they were talking about you. Alright, how's the universe working here? The Emperor came out upright, y'all. Spirit's working on that man. Or that negative. Why did I say negative? Apparently he's the one that's negative for most of you. Spirit is working on divine masculine energy to stand in their power. So there's a lot going on that you might not know about. A lot. If you're not hearing from this person, don't be surprised. What's being hidden? Why did I say hidden? I meant what's the energy to overcome? Judgment. Somebody's using good judgment. That's how they're going to overcome. The energy to overcome is judgment. Maybe being judgmental. And what's going to pull it together? Oh, shit. I'm asking wrong questions. It's like spirit's taking over my tongue. What? The chariot is here with the fool in reverse and the hermit in reverse. I told you they were in hermit mode. They're going to come out of hermit mode. That's what's happening next, is they're coming out of hermit mode, okay? Now, we're going to use this deck because it does have a full deck. Why is the Emperor here? Because of the Knight of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Offering love to somebody. Somebody wants to offer love to somebody that's in a third, like a three-person. It could be somebody they work with. There it is again. The Three of Pentacles are people working together to bring resolve. It's like they want to work real hard to make this work. They're trying real hard to work this out. Somebody's in denial about working this out. So you might not think that they're trying to work this out for you, but they are. They're trying real hard to come up with a solution. The Hermit, they're soul searching about how to get rid of this third party, it looks like. Why is the Emperor here for this collective spirit? Because of the Ten of Pentacles and Death in reverse. So, essentially, what I'm getting here, we have Aries, we have Scorpio, we have Libra, Taurus, Aries again, and Virgo. It's like, if this person doesn't change, they're going to lose everything they have. That's what it looks like. Why are they not changing? Because they're holding on for dear life to what they have left. It's like, I don't have much, and I'm holding on to it, and I'm trying to figure out which way I should go next. Alright, that's what won't change. Alright, well, why is Ten Pentacles here? Because that's where they're, okay. Justice is going to happen here. Where they feel like they have it all with this person that they're with, they're going to realize that the thought of this even makes them unhappy. Even the thought of this makes them unhappy. I don't even like the thought of having it all with this person. And I don't know what to do. All I can do is stay right here where I'm at and have stability. Or I can make this right and be happy, but I don't even want to be happy where I'm at. What would it take to make you happy, sir? He's got sex on his brain. That's all he thinks about. What besides sex, what would it take to make you happy? His independence. A broke down piece of shit car and his independence would make him happy. The truth. He's realizing the truth about how unhappy he's made himself, because he's got himself in this lovely gated community with this person that is a piece of meat, or wherever he's living. It's like he's got a lot to lose, but this person brings him no happiness. Even the thought of this person makes him unhappy. And what would make it right is if he could be on his own. Even if he had to have a piece of shit car. Like, he might have, like, the nicest car in the world living with this person. But he wants his own, and he don't care if it's not much. He wants something of his own. Alright, why is Judgment here? Like, I think this person's finally getting okay. Exactly right. Because of strength, the Nine of Cups, and the World. Because what this person is realizing is that if they really want wish fulfillment, that they're going to have to make some strong decisions to end this shit. And I think they've put themselves in quite the predicament here, where they're going to have to walk away from a lot. Like, they've invested everything they had into this relationship with this person that they weren't happy with, that they were using for sex, and they never had much feelings at all for other than friendship. And even that's not, they're pretending like that's what's going on now, is that they're at harmony with this person, but there's no harmony. This person doesn't even like them. Neither one of these people, I don't think, like each other. And the energy to overcome is realizing that if you want to have what you desire in life, that you have to be strong enough to say, I made a mistake. See, this person doesn't like to admit when they're wrong. They would rather go psychopath and take everything when you're gone, or figure out some way out of this where they don't have to be responsible. Why is the Chariot here? What's going to pull it together is that they're going to get over this. I'm not taking those. Why is the Chariot? They'll come out again if they were meant to. Did you see that? They flew out the bottom. Because this person is going to get over this third party, this Three of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. That's a heavy ass burden. It's like the universe has put such a burden on this person, and it could be because they're partying. They could be partying. What's the Three of Cups? That's what, oh, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. Come on, Spirit, be realistic. There we go. This person's money. They can't even work because they're getting so fucked up. This is partying. They're partying to the point where they can't even hold a job. And why is the Fool here? All they do is celebrate. Because there's about to be a tower. The universe is sending a tower. Clarify the tower. The tower clarifies not taking a risk. I don't think they're going to have a choice. The devil, yeah, the devil came out. That addiction's going to kick their ass. And why is the devil here? Because the truth is coming out. This person is going to turn their back on this Ace of Wands. It's like, there's a woman here, a Queen of Swords. This is a Libra, and she's saying, or an Aquarius, she's saying, I don't want any more of your wand. I'm sick of your Ace of Wands. I'm sick of your ideas. You remember what your outcome was going to be help with inspiration? Your ideas suck. That's what the devil is. Turn their back on this passion. They're going to come out with energy. What is the Ace of Wands? It feels like sexual as hell. Yeah, the Ace of Cups, that's that new love. That new love. They have passion and a new love. And they're turning their back on this person. I think the third party has found somebody new. Look, there's your Judgment in reverse. All right, what's the Hermit? I think they're gonna finally come out of Hermit mode and say, "Look, I don't want to be with you anymore." They're gonna let down their guard and come out. Why are they doing that? Because they're gonna say, "I used bad judgment." Good God Almighty! They're gonna say, "I've been using bad judgment. I don't have much to offer. I'm tired of fighting with you and you cheating and lying. You're supposed to be in some kind of committed something, Hierophant. But you're a King of Pentacles in reverse. who has no options. You have nothing. And I'm married to you, and you're vicious. Remember, I think it said something about not being married. They are in a, it's like they're in a marriage but not married, if you understand what I mean, like a common law type thing. And they're saying, I used bad judgment when I put my guard down and let you in. Because now I have no opportunities. That's what they're saying. They're coming out of hermit mode, realizing. They may not be saying that to anybody, but they're realizing that they got into this, and now they have no opportunity unless they end it. And that's the energy to overcome, is for them to use judgment, their good common sense, to realize the situation that they find themselves in. And we saw that they were going to in the twin flame deck. When I asked about the spiritual connection, this is not the spiritual connection. This is the spiritual connection, I think. But this could also be the karmic partner deciding to find somebody new. Who is the Queen of Swords? It's somebody that's been very, very, very patient with this person. Temperance is here. This could be a Sagittarius with an Aquarius placement. Why is she here? She's here because she's cutting this shit out, and it looks like she's going to find somebody new. Yeah, she's been hurt. She's had her heart broken. Who is all this new love and passion coming from? Somebody's here to show, oh, she has a new relationship. Can you show me who that's with? Aquarius is here with the Queen of Cups in reverse. The relationship is the one because there's hope now because the Queen of Cups is no longer here. So there was maybe a Pisces. It could have been a Scorpio, very much so. Whoever this person is like, they don't love them anymore. Now they love me, and I've waited a long time for this. And how's that going to turn out for you? Because I don't know that this is the right choice. How is that? It is going to turn out for you. There he is, the Emperor. Yeah, this is Divine Masculine showing up. And also a new pinnacle opportunity. Yeah. So you've waited a long time for this. And you're right. This is the only person that you can love because you have that obsessive kind of love that comes with these relationships. I've been there, done that, and have a t-shirt. I don't have that obsession anymore. It goes away after a while. You can overcome these relationships, but you don't always have to. Sometimes they work out for you, and it looks like for you it's going to work out. Unless I'm picking up on your wishful thinking. But generally, I don't pick up on wishful thinking. I pick up on what's really happening. So I'm going to say that you might be about to reunite with this person. If you want them back. Now, do you want them back? I don't know. You don't have to take them back. Would this be a good idea, Spirit, if they wanted to take this person back? Get more information, but don't stop. Is this person going to remain a psycho? Recovery is here. So they're going to get sober. It looks like they're a psycho because they're on drugs and alcohol. No, they're not going to remain a psycho. They're going to get themselves together. And will they treat this person well, this Divine Feminine? Will they treat her well? I think that that's all they think about. Recovery again, and ask your angels again. Get more information. When they're sober, will they treat her well? Perfect timing. Meditation brings answers. It's not up to you. Well, if they want to, will they treat her well? Don't stop. Right now, there's no opportunity, but it's not unlikely. Will they treat her well? I want to know. Romance and success came out. Yes. Alright, I gotta have something to drink, so I'm gonna go get me something to drink real quick. When will this relationship actually come together? Can I see, please? The spring came out in a few days. So this is happening relatively quick. It's going to happen in a few days. Whoever you are, I don't know who you are, but this relationship, if this was your reading, it's going to happen in a few days. I'll be right back to answer your question. I'm just walking in the kitchen to get me something to drink because my tongue is about to dry out of my mouth from talking so much. I'll be right back. I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. I had to go to the bathroom. Alright. Let's do this. Whoa. There's a lot going on you don't know about. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. If you have a question, you can get with Pearl. I guess Kailash is watching instead, which is fine. Maybe this was his reading. I don't know. I'm ready when you are, Pearl. No, they can post them themselves if they hung around. That way, if they're not here, we can just skip over them. If they're not willing to stick around, that's fine. I don't typically take a break like that, but I had to have something to drink. I meant to bring it in here with me, and I forgot. Cosmo was giving me hell. Okay. Who's first? Is it Bright Future? You had a list. I just don't know how far back it was. You can, okay. So we had Josephine, Man Junk, June Sunshine, MK27650, and then Bright Future. Is Josephine still in the house? Josephine, are you here? If you are, post your question. Just post me that list so I can see it. June, I think you were ahead of Bright Future, so I'm going to go ahead and I think it was June and then Bright Future. Yeah. June, okay, I'm going to answer June's question right now. Bright Future, after I finish with June, I'll get you to post yours, okay, baby? I dreamed of him last night. And is he close by? Is he coming soon? What is going on? All right, well, let's find out. Is this person coming back soon, Spirit? Helpful people and romance. Is this person coming back soon? Can we get a yes or no? Is he coming back soon? Abundance. There's nothing better. And it says within the next few months. No. So no, he's not coming back. But it's saying that you're going to have abundance because there's nothing better within the next few months. So I'm not quite sure what Spirit's saying here. I want to find out, how is the universe working in this person's life, Spirit? June's life. Hangman in reverse. So you've been stuck in an uncomfortable position. And you're coming out of that so you can take a risk and start something new. That's what I see here. Alright, show me what the hangman represents. That's where your strength is coming in. You have been stuck in a situation that was very uncomfortable for you. But it's made you incredibly strong, June. Okay, that's good. That's good. Alright, what's the Fool? The King of Cups came out in reverse. So, it looks like you're going to take a risk, and there's someone here that's not in love. Why is he not in love? He could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, or he could be a Leo, because you have been patient. And this person has been an asshole to you. Like, they haven't really been talking to you at all. If they have, I'd be surprised. And this is your wish fulfillment. Okay, so you're the person that's doing the wishful thinking, is what I'm seeing here. Let's see if we can talk. Okay, may I have permission from this person's spirit guides, this divine masculine, June's divine masculine? May I have permission from their spirit guides and angels to talk about them and ask about them specifically? May I have access to their higher self, please? What would they say to June if they could say something? Don't give up on me. I'm scared to lose you. All right, what else would they say? So they don't want you to give up. They're scared to lose you. But they're showing up as not loving you or not showing you love. Thinking about you makes me emotional, and I want to open up to you about how I'm feeling. So they're getting prepared. Spirit is preparing them to open up to you. Don't give up. They're saying don't give up. They're going to open up. And what will they say when they open up? Please accept my apology so we can move past this. So they're going to apologize. And as more time passes, I feel a deeper void without you in my life. So they're going to tell you they're sorry that they have felt very empty without you. And I will be writing you a message. So this person is going to be in contact with you, okay? It's just not going to happen, it doesn't look like, within the next few months. So let's see if we can find out when it's going to happen. Spirit said to use this deck. When is June going to hear from this divine masculine? At noon, but not in July. When will she hear from this divine masculine? May I hear from his higher self when he's planning to reach out? It says on Thursday in January. So it's going to be a little while, okay? It's not going to be right away. But this person does care about you. And the longer you're away from them, the deeper the void feels. And the more they miss you. And they're getting prepared to apologize for you. And you've been very patient with this person as they have been acting like they could care less about you. And they've been an asshole to you. I see it. But where this has kept you stuck on this person, it's making you so strong. You're going to come out of this okay. You're going to be fine. It's just going to take some time, and it always does. But my timing is usually right when I give people. It might be off a little bit because people have free will, but generally people will tell me that when I give them a timing, it's pretty accurate. So you should expect to hear from this person by January, and I think it's set on a Thursday. Alright. Okay, I haven't seen that yet. I'll have to check it out when I get a chance. I don't watch TV. Okay, bright future, go right ahead. Thank you for being patient. Hey, Knox, how's it going? Oh, you're so sweet, baby. Thank you. You're welcome, June. Anytime, baby. Anytime. Blessings coming in very soon until the end of May. Okay, let's see what's coming in for you. What's coming in, angels, between now and the end of May? May I see, please? You're going to have miracles when it comes to somebody needing freedom. Why was it in reverse? No love, no harmony, creative power, a divine plan, and this person hasn't surrendered. So there's someone in your life that needs to surrender to the divine plan and to their creative power. And it's leading to a relationship. And we're asking about relatively soon because we asked about the end of the month, right? So what is this going to look like when it comes in? Can we see, please? By the end of May, what's this blessing? There's going to be justice for somebody that needs to stop being so afraid. They have a lot of fear. Show me what this is going to look like by the end of May. The spring is here. Oh, wow. You're going to get a Venus offer at the end of May. You're about to get made an offer, a Venus offer. That's an astrological match. All right, show me the offer. Oh, my God. It's divine masculine by the end of the month. He hasn't surrendered yet. What does he need to surrender and purge? He's dreaming. He's having the dreams. And his ancestors are giving him answers in his dreams. So you don't know this is going on. But this person is about to surrender and get their freedom by the end of the month. They've been dealing with lack and suffering in their past. I guess going back over those things is what I'm feeling. Come back and let me know, because it looks like you're going to have a reunion or contact or something by the end of this month. Or maybe you're going to meet them. It said that by the end of this month, you're going to be made an offer. It was called a Venus offer. In that deck, the Venus offer is like an Ace of Cups, but it's an astrological match. It's the divine masculine. And I don't know that he's a twin flame. He might just end up being your husband. It just calls him that. Come back and let me know if you meet a spiritual connection by the end of May. Because that's what was being said. Lauren saw a picture. Oh yeah, they sent pictures of you. That's what it was indicating. Either a twin flame, and if you don't have a twin flame, then that could just represent a husband or someone that's marriage material. That person is going to be perfect for you. That's what I'm hearing. Perfect for you. That song, I don't know how to love anybody else or whatever it's called, that song might end up being this person. What's going to be the outcome of this relationship once they meet? Outcome of the relationship. Oh my God, yeah. This person's going to sabotage this, or somebody's going to, by being detached and cold. Yeah, it's probably a twin flame, and you're probably going to meet this person in some weird way that you would have never imagined, and then you're going to spend some time with them, realize who they are, they're going to realize who you are, and they're going to sabotage it because of their guilt. And then there's going to be longing because of separation. I fucking hate these relationships. Is there anything else she can do here? Be unhappy, disempowered, weak, and not reunion with a soul tie. I'm telling you. When this person and you meet, they're gonna be so excited to meet you and want to have this relationship with you, or vice versa. And then they're going to become detached and cold. and you're not going to understand why, and then you're going to feel like this is the only person you can ever love. You just haven't met them yet. I'm so sorry. I wish you didn't have to go through this. But there's a lot of people that are waking up right now. There's a lot of people that are spiritually awakening, and this is how it happens. And then you start learning lessons because you have this person and you're mirroring them. I'm sorry. Try to avoid it. Stay in bed all day. It doesn't look like it's someone from your past. It looks like it's someone new you're going to just bump into. You're going to collide. It's fate. It happens all the time. Yeah. When they turn cold, you can choose to just leave them alone. You can choose, but just come back and talk to me about it if it begins to become an obsession and you decide that you can't hold yourself back and you start chasing this person when they run. Come back and let's talk some more about it. If that's what happens. Because if you just meet somebody and they make you that beautiful offer, they're an astrological match for you. It's saying that. And that they are divine masculine. So I have a feeling that you're about to have a very, very big awakening in your life. But I can help you if you need help. Just come back. Right. Don't put any expectations on it. You're going to meet somebody new by the end of the month. It's, I think, what we were asking about, the end of the month. And this person, you're going to fall in love with them very quickly. And they're going to want to marry you, or you're going to want to marry them. Okay, look at Kailash. That's good. Come back and talk to me if that changes. Because I was never into chasing anyone either. But something takes over your whole being and makes you do a lot of stupid shit. It's not about the relationship at all. It's about you spiritually awakening. I know, me too. I hate these readings. I don't do twin flame readings if you haven't noticed. This is like the last week has been bizarre. It's like the universe is saying we're getting ready to have a lot of new twin flames that are going to be born. Don't ask me why. I have all these cards and there's no reason for those twin flame cards to ever come out. I can do readings all the time and they don't come out. I try to avoid them because I don't like doing them. And I interpret them, any way I can. Like that could just be a very, very strong match for you, but it's just not going to work out. We have those types of matches in life all the time. Sure, go right ahead. Kailash, if you want to be on the list, let us know, baby. Oh, was Sophie still on the list? Go ahead, Sophie. Okay, cool deal, Kailash. Thank you for being here, honey. Okay. So you're gonna go and then Sophie? You're the moderator. You tell me what you're gonna do. Okay, go ahead, Sophie. Post your question, baby. Okay. You're welcome. We'll see how it goes, Bright Future. Just come back and let me know if something happens by the end of the month or the beginning of next month. If you meet somebody and you start feeling different and you don't understand what's happening, just come back and we'll work it out. Can you describe the type of picture Lauren saw? Okay, you were the one asking me. Okay. I was trying. Okay, I remember you now. You're the one who sent the pictures. And then the guy sent them to Lauren. And I told you that yes, he did send the pictures. And you want to know what the picture looked like. This has really bothered you, hasn't it, baby? Alright, I have a deck of tarot here that's a pretty sexual deck. I'm going to try to use it to get an idea. Can I see what the picture looked like? Can you show me what the picture looked like that was sent? I don't know if this is the right deck. Give me a minute. Can I see what the picture looked like that was sent, please? Somebody it looks like has children, little children. Your boobs could have definitely been there, and your belly, your top half. Show me what was sent, what part of the body. Okay. Do you see what's going on here between these two people? They're sending messages back and forth. What part of the body stands out to you about that woman? I think I've already said it one time. Her breast. Your legs were also a part of this. You could have had, I don't know what you look like, but it looks like you may have dark hair, or they do. Your legs, you could have had on high heel shoes. And nothing else but a blanket, maybe, or a sheet. What else? Anything else? You could have been looking at your reflection in something, but it looks like your boobs were part of this. Oh. Also, what I'm getting from this is that this person regrets doing this because I think at one time they loved you. Definitely your boobs were a part of this. They could be also older than you. They could like to fish. But they are realizing that doing this has caused them to be very disliked by you. or even maybe by her. Because it looks like this person told him, don't send me any more pictures of her. I don't want to look at that. And actually may have taken up for you. This person that was being sent these pictures may have taken up for you. Because they might remember a time when this was done to them. But your face was in the picture, and your breast and your legs, I think, were in the picture as well. It could have been your whole body. It could have been your whole body. But I feel like the person that was being sent the pictures said they didn't want to see them. And maybe even gave him a piece of their mind for doing it. But yeah, it looks like it could have basically been your face, your legs, your breast. I mean, it could have just been your whole body. But the person that got it made a decision, look, and told him to grow up, that he was acting like a player, that he was being rude to someone and making them look bad. The Empress is there and the Emperor also. Yeah, I don't think this person took it well, the one that got the pictures. I don't think they took it well, and I think that's why they told you about it. Because they wanted you to stop doing it and not get involved with this person anymore. And let me see if I can find out. Spirit, will this person share these pictures with anyone else? I think we already asked and it said it was unlikely. Are they going to share these pictures with anyone else? Because I know that's what you're worried about. Don't stop. Perfect timing. Meditation brings answers. The situation will improve. Does that mean they'll no longer share them? No. Ask for help from others. So you might want to ask Lauren if is Lauren able to get access to his phone? Hey, Space Cowboy. Were these pictures taken without her knowledge? Success. Be assertive. You're ready. This may have been your answer. I didn't even realize you had asked it. Did he take them when she didn't know he was taking them? Listen to your intuition, communicate clearly, and forgiveness. The situation will improve, it keeps saying. Were these pictures that Sophie took herself? If you believe improving health and take action. Maybe even working on your diet and health and stuff. Did Sophie take the pictures herself? Wait. Right now, nothing's going to be happening to change this, but don't worry. Is he going to send them anywhere else? Reconsider and remain positive. Nobody can help you with this. Will he send them somewhere else? Communicate clearly. Is he going to send the pictures to anyone else, or will he delete the pictures? Within the next few months, there's something better, abundance, and it's not up to you. Take action. Do you know how to get up with this person? Are you able to go to their house? Okay. I'm talking about his house. Is there any need to worry about these pictures, Spirit? No. In the near future, no need to worry came out. In the near future, you won't have to worry about this, okay? No and no. So quit worrying about it. Spirit said just quit worrying about it. Let it go. It's over. It's over, okay? It's over. Don't worry about it anymore. You're welcome. All right, now, Pearl, you wanted to ask me something? Thank you guys for liking the video. Hey, Jazzy Bella. What's up, sweetheart? Okay, hold on. You want to know if he still reads the letter you gave him? Can we see if Johan still reads the letter that Pearl gave him, Spirit? Somehow Big Happy Changes came out. Trust. Does that mean he reads them? Abundance, and it's not up to you. Excuse me. It looks like that he reads them a lot. Do these letters make him happy, Spirit? Whoa. A year from now, the situation will improve and have a peaceful resolution, Spirit says. Take action. A year from now, it looks like this is going to have a peaceful resolution. He reads them all the time, and he gets a lot of happiness from reading them. I don't know what you said to him, but it seems like they make him happy. Space Cowboy, she said you can post now, baby. Oh, somebody just tapped me on the shoulder. That's the first time they've touched me in a long time. I felt somebody go like that. I'm just waiting for him to post his question. I'm going to look at this phone real quick. All she said was thanks. She didn't say anything else. I don't know what the deal is. They just said thank you for sending in the paperwork. So you're curious and you're sorry if this is a weird question, but why haven't you been in a relationship before? Oh, Space Cowboy. Spirit, is Space Cowboy the reason why he hasn't been in a relationship? Typically, we are the reason. It says, if you believe and get more information. So let's find out why you might be the reason, okay? Why might Space Cowboy be the reason for not being in a relationship yet? Money problems and no common interest. So it looks like you have had money problems and you haven't really met anybody that shares your same interest in life. New adventures and no common interests. So it's like you're ready to do this, but you haven't met anyone. Someone keeps tapping me on the shoulder. Weathered storm and common interests. So you're going to meet somebody that's going to eventually... This is like a stormy time in your life. Okay. May I see, please, why he might have been the reason, why he hasn't had any... What's the reason? Because there was an addiction in the past, it looks like, with someone you were mirroring. Someone was mirroring addiction. And it was a sacred mirror also. And there were trust issues. So I don't know what addiction doesn't have to be drugs and alcohol, but it sure looks like alcohol in this case. And this person was a sacred mirror. Like the two of you were both doing it. Otherwise, I think you would have been gone out with this person by now. Talk to Pearl, okay? Space Cowboy, do you want me to go any further, honey? Or do you understand what I'm talking about? Is there anything else Space Cowboy needs to be aware of? It looks like you had an opportunity to date somebody, but they were mirroring addiction. Whoa, wait a minute. Something's turned over. Okay, that was a toxic cycle. Okay, so you got that behind you. All right, now that that's behind him, you might have had also some power dynamics going on here. Anything else that he needs to be mindful of? Your family has been pressuring you. There's been some ego problems in the family, it looks like. But you have or will meet somebody that you could talk to for hours and never run out of things. Or maybe you fantasize. Or maybe you fantasize about that. Outcome of mind connection, Spirit. Spirit says somebody's afraid to leave. And don't be jealous and controlling when it comes to this person you meet in the future. Okay, right now somebody's afraid to leave. But when you do leave, don't be jealous and controlling. You're going to have a shared future vision. This is not leading to domestic bliss, though, for some reason. And it's because of what we see here. They're afraid to leave, or you are. You might be afraid to leave home because of the money problems or whatever's going on with you. I don't know, you might live on your own. Alright, Pearl, who's next? I had a call. I was going to see who it was or if they left me a voicemail. Because I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this job. I ain't getting nothing. I don't know. I don't know, this is weird. I need to ask myself once we get to the end. Yeah, you just haven't found anyone who shares your interest, and you need to be careful about the jealousy. Oh, wait. Growing apart and shared purpose also were turned over in the deck. It looks like you've had people before that you had interests that, were in common, but y'all grew apart. I think you've talked to people, but you've never had the courage to go with them. Like, it was saying, that you were afraid to leave. Like, maybe you're afraid to ask people out. I feel like maybe you're afraid to get involved for some reason. Because that said that you had found somebody that you shared interest with, but yeah, shared purpose, there it is again. And not growing apart. So you will meet somebody that you're going to have the same interest and you won't grow apart. But when that happens, you need to be ready and not let your family hold you back, because it looks like your family could have been holding you back. Oh. Well, you're going to find someone that shares your same life purpose. And when you do, the two of you will not grow apart. And you may both come from, but you're going to have a beautiful future vision. You may both have, when you meet, you might both have come out of a lot of stuff like that, where you've had trauma that's made you feel that way. When you meet this person, okay? But you know what? Being afraid to leave, that can be rejection. Having fear of rejection. And if we don't try, we won't ever know. And part of life is rejection. We've all been rejected. We've all been there. And if they do reject you, it's not going to kill you. It might make you feel bad, but it's not going to be the end of the world. Trauma bond. That's what I was just talking about, right? Be careful you don't bond because of your trauma, and that you share a purpose with someone. The healthy part of you is what bonds with somebody. Get healthy, okay? All right, we're going to start wrapping this up. How many people are left on the list? Are they going to give me a start date today? Forgiveness. Listen to your intuition. What does that mean? I don't understand. That's been coming out. Why is this showing up? Okay. Is everything going to move on through? Okay. Once they have this, will they get beyond? Okay. So I'm going to definitely have this job. Yes. Okay. There's something going on with them. It has nothing to do with me. They're going to say, oh, I'm sorry that something happened. Something like that. Who's next? Pearl, are you still with me? Make sure you're subscribing and liking the video, okay? Jazzy, go ahead and post your question. And then Logan, after Jazzy, you can go next, okay? Will S break no contact in May? May I see if S will break no contact in May? Will S break no contact in May? Spirit says, don't look for a sign, recovery. Will he break no contact? It says, ask for help from others. Meditation brings answers. Can we get an answer now? Trust, there will be no helpful people, even if you ask for help. But it does look like romance is showing up for some reason. Is this romance from him? Yes, romance from him. Choose a new direction. Okay, so let's choose a new direction. When will he break no contact, Spirit? He does have a love for you. When will he break no contact? Whoa. I got it. Next month. Next month he's going to break no contact. And then the fall is here. With faster than you think. Just around the corner. So I'm thinking like September. He's going to break no contact. It looks like next month you might get a text from him out of the blue or something. Or you might text him and he responds back. But it looks like it's indicating that y'all might end up back together by the fall. Just because he's going to contact you next month, that don't mean he's going to get back with you next month. Unless there's something significant about the fall that I don't know about. Like you could have met him in the fall. She went to bed. Okay, well next time she moderates, she won't ask her question until later. Okay, Logan, go ahead, sweetheart. I get it. I mean, I understand why she went to bed. I'm just saying, like, if you commit to moderating, you should end the Q&A before you leave. She probably just didn't know that. It's fine. I appreciate her help. I'm so unlucky in relationships. Why are you so unlucky in relationships? Let's find out. Why is he so unlucky in relationships, Spirit? Your mom could be a factor, and money. Money and your mom could be a factor. A lot of money could be a factor. Maybe not a lot of money. It's like you have a lot and people would use you or take advantage of you. Or they think you have money. They think you come from money. Yeah, people think you have a lot of money. And they're afraid that you might think that they're like asking for help or something. Or the other way around. Why is he so unlucky? Did your parents divorce? Hey, what's up? From Ireland. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Logan, did they divorce when you were younger? Because when I asked why, I got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Wands upright. So it's like There's someone that you should be looking at as marriage material, but you don't see this as marriage material. There might be a wheel coming. You're manifesting something. You see this as a burden. It's like you see love as a burden. And it's not just any old body, it's certain women. It's like you see women who are marriage material as being unattainable. The ones you really want to be with never want to be with you. That's the feel this has. So what does he need to do different? Are you a fire sign or an earth sign? What does he need to do different? Stop isolating yourself and feeling like you're always being left out in love. And how can he do something different? Okay. You, something's happened to you. I don't know where it happened to you. It could have been with this person. You could have had a relationship with a woman or a girl, and you were very, like, electrically, sexually attracted to this person. But she's no longer in the picture anymore, and now you don't know what to do when it comes to... You could be a Virgo, or they could have been. But it's like you won't go deep enough when it comes to what you need to do to show love, because you feel like it's always going to lead to what happened in this relationship. But that's not always going to happen. That was just what happened with this relationship. Okay? This woman has really scarred you. I have a Virgo here, but I have a Cancer here. This is probably you. It's like you don't know how to show love to people. You don't know how to approach people. So you just don't. You just decided, I don't know how, so I'm not going to. Because you feel like it's always going to lead you back to this person. But it's not. And that's what the original reading was about, was I don't know how to love anybody but you. Is this person ever coming back? Damn, I'm not taking that many cards. You're not tricking me into that. Will they be back? It looks like you're manifesting this person to come back. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You're manifesting yourself to be like so cold and so frozen because of fighting. It's like you're fighting yourself being in this relationship, having this, but what you don't see coming is that you are going to have something happen that's going to turn this around. Why is he manifesting this asshole and fighting? It's like you treat people poorly so they won't. You're going to have that wish fulfillment. You're manifesting wish. Look, there's an Empress in reverse here. Why is she in reverse? I don't know if that's your mom or if that's this woman that you're manifesting so hard. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're going to move on from this finally. You're going to finally decide, you know what? This happened, but it's not going to always happen. I got to move on from this because I'm not getting any sex as long as I stay here. You're going to intuitively realize that if you want to have sex again, you're going to have to move on. That's what's going to happen. You're going to get tired of self-pleasing. Outcome of the wish fulfillment. It might be somebody from your childhood that you were raised around, that you grew up with. And it might start out real small with something like a text message or a post-it note or um, a cup of coffee or having a drink together or a soda or whatever you do. It's something small though. It's going to start out small and it looks like it's going to be somebody from your past that you knew when you were growing up. It could be someone like that. Outcome of this Six of Cups relationship. This is wish fulfillment, is what it's saying. But it looks like it's because you're not getting any sex. Yeah. The Emperor is here in reverse and the Page of Wands. It's like, it almost looks like you argue with your parents over this. Too. It looks like you argue with your parents over this. Do they want you to be with somebody? And you're just not finding the right person? I'm going to see if I can find out a little bit more for you what the problem is here. Because I don't think we've really pinpointed exactly what the problem is. What is the problem, Spirit? What is Logan's situation problem here? Why can't he meet someone he has a love life with? What's the vibe that's the problem? Alright, there's been a lot of chaos and someone ran and this caused you to feel like you were drowning and you feel like you hit rock bottom because somebody ran and this caused chaos. But you're pretending like everything's fine and it's not fine. You can't glaze this kind of stuff over. You have to face it. You have to say, you know, I felt like I was in over my head and I needed to escape or make excuses because it felt like this was going to be a disaster. So it's like anytime you start catching feelings for somebody, you run because you're afraid it's not going to work out. It's like you sabotage yourself. What should he do different besides stop this behavior? You feel like this is hopeless, Logan. You're not going to do anything different until you stop feeling. And you're also very tense, like that. The anxiety. Is there anything we can see about this that he might do a little bit differently? Somebody could have a van, a Volkswagen van. It looks like broken home is here with shared healing. I don't know what happened when you were younger, but it does look like your home was not all that great. Your home life maybe not was all that great because your parents may have been fighting, even though they never divorced. They shared the maybe same. You and your family might share the same values, and you could have been through a hard time growing up, but y'all healed from it. It's coming out that there was a broken home, but shared healing. Unless this is the woman you were dealing with when all this happened. Why are you showing him this? You know why, Spirit said. Because you've been settling and you're developing unhealthy habits because of whatever happened here. It goes back to a broken home and shared healing. I see that. And now you are scared that that's what you're going to end up with. And that you won't ever find a spiritual match. What's the truth? That you're going to have communication with a past life love because of your identity being lost. That could be somebody from your past. It doesn't have to be, dang, how did all this get on the floor? There you are down there on the floor. The King of Cups. the Hangman in reverse, the Star in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You also may not be working, which might be attributing to, it's hard to take somebody out on a date if you're not working. I know I had a card that came off of that table. Yeah, there it is. Biological clock came out also. So you might be getting to the age where you're starting, your mom and dad might be starting to talk about kids, like wanting grandkids, and you're still not married. You will be securely attached to somebody. You could end up having a baby with this person. That might be what that's saying. But you're going to have a past life love, either an ex or something that's going to communicate with you. And you're going to be like, I feel like I don't even know who I am anymore. And they're going to say, yeah, and I feel like I'm never going to have children. And you guys are going to get securely attached. Outcome of this relationship. I see a relationship coming. You're going to end up breaking up. Why? Spirit says there's no reason to. You have a shared purpose. And you're opposites. But just because you don't agree on everything doesn't mean you break up. So every time there's a breakdown in the relationship, you're going to have this tendency to want to run. Why is this outcome of this situation here? It's like you sabotage yourself. Every time I see something beautiful, you fuck it up. Excuse my language. What's going to be the outcome here? Hot and cold. And bickering. Logan. But building together. Wanting family pressure. Logan. It's time for healing, baby. It's time to do some shadow work and get some healing from that family and that father who was so abusive. Because that is why you're not being able to find. That's why you're unlucky in love. Because when people see you coming, they see a train wreck. You've got to figure out who you are, sweetheart. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to help you and be loving and kind to you. And I want you to be gentle with yourself. But you have to find out who you are. You have to love yourself, okay? And I have a deck of cards here that does help with that. And I will say that it is typically geared towards women, but there are feminine sides to all of us, okay? So just listen to what I'm saying and don't worry about the word, okay? Just listen to the point. Speak to Logan about how to love himself, Spirit, because he definitely is not loving himself. And he's losing his identity in all of this trauma. You have trauma that needs to be healed, Logan, big time. You might need to see a therapist even. Alright, follow your bliss and cultivate peace. Number 11 and number 36. Just as a bear can follow the trail of honey, so can you follow the trail of your bliss. It has a particular scent specifically made to lure your soul onward. It's not time to consider the practical reasons and logical explanations. This is a time to hone in on what fills your heart with glee and to move in that direction. Your joy isn't selfish. Happiness is contagious. So when you follow the bliss of your So when you follow the bliss of places, people, and events that inspire you, you're actually creating more space and permission for others to follow their own bliss too. So you could be an inspiration to people around you that are also in your families that are struggling with this. This is something that's like a generational curse almost. You know what I'm going to say? Your parents would have probably been better off if they'd have divorced. It's better to be from a broken home than to live in a broken home. Peace is possible in any given moment when you're not living in the future or the past. You're invited to unplug from your ambitions and let go of any regrets. Dwell in this moment only. Let the now have no anxiety and no shame. Both of those pesky guys, anxiety and shame, will be hanging around later. Look for attention, but looking for attention. But you can decide for now to leave them outside your house of belonging. Surrender to the peace at the core of your eternal soul. Hug your heart, submerge in a bath, take a nap. Your peace is a friend waiting to be welcomed. And that's what I say, like you're probably not going to hug your heart or whatever. But take a nap, go ride your bike, go drive your car, whatever you do. I don't know how old you are. Go play basketball, whatever you do to be in the moment and to find that peace. You've developed something over the years, whatever that looks like for you, that is your peace, where you can get away from it all. You've had to, or you couldn't have survived it. And so find that bliss, find that peace, and follow it, okay? And look for somebody that can help you with some healing. And if it's me, it's me. I'm sorry you went through that, baby. You didn't deserve that. And once you figure that out and you can let that little boy heal, the grown man in you will be ready for a woman. Until then, you're going to keep attracting what you are, which is a broken little boy. Okay? I'm not saying you're childish, and I'm not saying you're a little boy. I'm saying that you're wounded. The inward part of you, the little boy inside of you, is wounded, and he needs healing. Having an abusive father is no joke. Mine was abusive. My mother was too. My dad would beat me so bad with the belt that he would leave whelps on my legs, and and then he would make me wear shorts to school so that the other kids could see the whelps. I'm not going to say you're broken as in you can't be fixed, but I would say you probably are at rock bottom. Because it's not easy to bounce back from what you've been through. You've been through a lot. I can feel that. I can feel the heaviness, and I saw it in the cards. Your family, I think, did the best they could. I think you had good times and bad times, because I did. It didn't feel like abuse at the time. But looking back on it, that was abuse. And then when after my dad was murdered and my mom was taking care of me, she found a fly swatter that had butterflies on it, and she would tear my ass up with the fly swatter, and I'd have butterflies all over my legs. But to hit your child that hard is abuse. I've never put marks on my children. Only once. And I bit my daughter because she bit her sister and drew blood out of her back. And she was biting, and she wouldn't quit biting. And I finally got tired of it, so I bit her arm, and I didn't draw blood, but I left teeth marks in her arm because and she never bit anybody again. But I wasn't doing it to abuse her. I was showing her, you're hurting people. That's not how you get attention. And she never bit her sister or anybody else again, because then she knew how it felt. But she was like 2 years old, 3 years old. And she cried when I did it. But it was more because I did it than because I did it. Because I did not even raise my voice to my children. My daughter will tell you that she was not scared of her daddy. And he was a mean man. Her daddy was hateful. To me, mostly. But she will tell you to this day that she was not scared of her daddy growing up. She was scared of me. Because if I ever got mad enough to raise my voice, there was going to be hell to pay. But it didn't happen very often, and she'll tell you that too. Mama didn't get mad very often, but when Mama got mad, run. And you had to do something pretty bad. I would have never bit her back, but she would not stop biting. She was biting her sister every day. Every day, drawing blood. She bit her in the back so hard she drew blood. And I picked her up and I sat her down and I grabbed her arm and I said, "This is what it feels like when you do that. Do you want to feel that every day?" Neither did she. She never bit anybody else. Do you know how to get up with me? Are you in the United States? Logan? Are you in the United States? Anyway, my phone number is in the description box. So if you want to message me on WhatsApp and talk to me privately, you can. It's the 290-1986 number. 252-290-1986. Put that number in WhatsApp. Put 1, I think, for the country code. And then whatever. I think you just put 1-252-290-1986 in WhatsApp and you should see my name pop up. I don't know if it says Christie Chandler or if it says Dreaming Dragonfly. I think it might say Dreaming Dragonfly. But if not, it's Christie Chandler, okay? And then you can talk to me privately about whatever you want to talk to me about. I don't know who that is. Hang on 1 second, please. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon. I'd like to speak to Christie. Sean.
I don't know. Okay. Was there anybody else before I close? I'll be happy to talk to you, Logan. If there's anything I can do to help you, I will, okay? Alright, you guys, pray that they don't turn my phone off so I don't have to leave you. If I do, just know I'll be back as soon as I can. And it looks like my job is just going through my background check and stuff. And I sent her everything she needed and she just said thank you. She didn't say anything about a start date. So I'm assuming she's going to reach back out. The card said somebody was going to apologize. And I don't need to apologize for anything. So they're probably going to apologize for not telling me what I needed to know. But I will go check my emails tomorrow at the if they do turn it off, I'll just go check my emails somewhere where I got Wi-Fi. It's not a big deal. I'm starting my job. Next time I talk to you, I'll be well on my way to making a paycheck if they turn my phone off tomorrow, okay? And I'll be back so I can be here with you guys because I'm going to miss you if that happens. I pray that it doesn't. And if it's God's will that it stays on, it'll stay on. Alright, you guys take care and keep me in your prayers as I begin this new chapter in my life. And I'll do the same for you, okay? Namaste. Bye-bye.